Get my notes sorted here. Got like too much junk on my desk. Alrighty, looks like we've exited host mode, so we should be set to go. I don't know how that works, if it's automatic and I'm just getting a delayed bit, but I think it's better safe than sorry. Okay, so Wednesday again. That means it is House Tours Day, and looking forward to showing you a couple of new places. I do want to mention that there is maintenance today, and it's going to last, I think the post said 4.5 hours or so. So just be aware of that. Again, if you're catching us live or coming in a little bit after the show has been posted to YouTube and there's still a little bit of time before our maintenance lands, go play and you can come watch us later. That way you get a little bit of playtime in before the game shut down for a bit of a lengthy period. Also, just a reminder for those that come by our show now and then, we are looking for some builders. One is specifically looking for an NA builder, and the other is looking for, whatever region you happen to be connected with. You can find those on my Twitch channel page under the Builders Wanted section. It's mostly just, there's one, I think it's Maximus, is looking for a contractor to rebuild his plot. I haven't heard anything back from him as far as if he's already found somebody, so I'm just kind of sending it out there if someone's interested. He didn't give too many details. I figure you could just reach out to him directly and find out what kind of theme he's looking for, what kind of prices we're talking, that kind of stuff. Work that out between you guys. The other one is Blades from the WildStar forums, Seraphim Blades. They have a museum plot on NA side, and they're looking for other builders that have made paintings or sculptures, things like that, some kind of artwork that they're willing to share the code with Blades so that they can put it on display in their museum. We will be touring this museum. I think it's going to be next week or the week after, somewhere around there. To kind of show you how it's progressing. There's still a lot of work, a lot of room for new projects from other builders, and I imagine if they get to the cap, the core cap, they'll probably start working out a type of a rotation or exchanging out. They'll leave some builds in there for so long, and then exchange it out for a new one that someone contributes later. So yeah, it's not for any kind of special reward or anything other than just getting a little bit more visibility to any projects you've put together. Now, they wanted to specifically have me point out to those that participated in the museum challenge a few months back that actually never came of anything. The person that had actually planned to set up a museum to display some of those works never actually followed through, and Blades wanted to encourage them to share some of the work. So if any of you made paintings or sculptures for that last time and are still looking to maybe get a little bit of extra spotlight on it, please do not hesitate to reach out to Blades. The link that I have provided on my Twitch channel page links back directly to their forum thread. They set it up in the housing subforum of the official forums, and all of the details are there. They've updated it with all the new information, contact links. I think they even dropped their what's it called, Discord username and everything. So there's multiple ways you can get a hold of them, either through the forum or through Discord or through in-game. Like I said, they're based in NA, but since KBT allows you to share set codes with others from wherever they happen to be, even EU players can share their work with Blades if they're interested in getting some of their artwork and stuff put on display. There are some stipulations, but Blades wanted me to reiterate that they're very flexible. If you talk with them, say, I think the limit is 50 items or less for each artwork. But say yours is maybe 60 or 75 or somewhere around there, and it's really something they want to display, and there's room, they will work out a deal. They will bend the rules a bit. Same goes for any special items that they have to collect. And maybe if you're on EU side, there's no way that you can provide them funds for it immediately or directly or at all. Maybe there's someone that could be willing to contribute on your behalf or something like that. Those are things that you can work out with Blades directly, but just wanted to mention those again. And of course, if you know of someone or are someone that is looking for a builder or some kind of contribution in that regard, and you want to get a little bit of free advertisement, I guess, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to spread the word on those kind of projects, because I know it's difficult to find folks that are willing to do such, even if you're regularly asking in chat or have posted something in the forums. A lot of times people that might be interested just have funky schedules and miss it, or maybe they have the chat shut off, or they just don't check the forums, that kind of thing. So, if I can help reach a few people, then I'm happy to do that. Okay, so this week is EU's turn, so we are on Jabbit, and this is Trixie Volt's plot. I think it was Katya is the one that runs this particular. There's like Trixie with one X and there's Trixie with two X's, but we know her as Katya or Faye Stream. I usually call her Faye when she comes into the chat. So just so you know where we are and who we're dealing with here. We are on Trixie 1X Volts plot Mara Desert. I don't know if that's like a slash between Marauder and Desert or what. But yeah, she reached out to me a short while ago and mentioned that they're planning to scrap this entire plot and rebuild it. So they wanted to give me the opportunity to tour it before I did so, or before they did so. And they even left me a pretty handy document pointing out some of the hidden locations, and hopefully I can hit all of those. They did warn that it's kind of a mazy type of build. A lot of these city builds are kind of like that. There's a lot of ways to get in and around and get lost easily. So I'm going to do my best to hit everything, but no promises. I know Faye said that she was going to try and be here this morning, just in case I get a little turned around. But in the event that she can't make it, I will do my best. Unfortunately, again, she's kept it up until today just so I could tour it. So I don't know if she's planning to scrap it today afterwards or if it's going to be tomorrow. But so yeah, I'm going to try and capture as much as I can for posterity's sake, I guess, and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, good morning, Bones, Poi, and anyone else that happens to be watching and lurking around. And hopefully we get through this. I have one other place that we can visit if we don't spend too much time here. I really don't know how long it's going to take to get through this. But yeah, let's get started. So she calls it a city plot. You can tell there's like some high rises type of thing going on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to name everything, but we'll see what we can do. You can see that she's used some of the color shifting. I've never seen a purple container before, but looks actually kind of pretty. And I'm not sure what this structure is. I guess it's supposed to be another high rise that they're building. So it's like a construction site type of deal. I have no idea what these things are, but most of it is the Osun grading that you get from Arcterra and the Chua pillars. So I think for like again like the city plot or no, even if it's just um, a spaceport or something, if you're looking for something to kind of make it look like they're building something, they've managed to add a lot of little bits. Like this is part of the ramshackle fence. So it's got the barbed wire and everything, and they're just showing just the end of it. It's basically this piece here just sunk down. I have no idea what these are though. They got boardwalk pieces, which is great for the scaffolding and stuff. And of course, using those handy welder bits that you get from the daily logins, which I have yet to ever use. I've tried and it just looked kind of weird. But others have found clever ways of using them, and it's usually some kind of repair or construction. I think seen one maybe use it for like a terraformer animation by sinking the person inside, and you can see them. You just saw the pink stuff. But I really like this idea. Handy for those that maybe they can't really come up with a new building and they just want to pretend like something is being made and caught it in the process of. This is a good way of doing that. Okay, so over here, um, looks like some kind of a track. It's mostly hover part pieces for the sides here. I don't know if this is supposed to be like the city highway or something. It kind of comes off ends here. So I don't know if like this is the entrance or the purpose of it exactly. But I like the idea of it. Someone that's looking for maybe uh, like a train tunnel or a mining tunnel, like a shaft of some sort that goes into the mountains or something. You can see how nice and clean this is. Maybe with like a mining shaft would be not so neat and precise like this, or maybe it starts off this way and then turns into that rugged, kind of the beams just barely holding up the rock. But you can see there's stone all the way around. We'll probably get a better look from here. The combined squid platforms. My awesome jumping skills. It's laughable. Um, I don't know if this is part of a fab kit or if that's something they put together. I honestly can't say. But you can see they've built up this like little, what do you call those? Mesa, a pillar of stone, sort of. And I assume that this part here is upside down Snowy Hill to give the sand at a raised elevation. And then they've boxed it in with all of these sandstone rocks, uh, built it up nicely. You can kind of see the edging there past the the barrier. Mesa. Okay. See, I kind of know what I'm talking about. Not really, but anyway. You can see the path itself is the graded floor panels. It's the ones that has the orange or yellowish bits on the one side. Let me see if I can show that better. Get a shot of that. You can't really see it because she's blocked off, but you can see a little bit of the yellow there. It's the one that we like using for kitchen cabinetry and the countertops for labs and things. It's a real good piece. Um, I've used them as sidewalks in my little town bits where like with the bakery and stuff. But you can see that they've lined it with, it looks like flat metal tables. And then the larger parts, I'm not sure what this is. If that's, honestly don't know. It looks like some kind of engine piece, maybe from the Space Chase event. I have no idea, but it looks, very supportive, like a lot of, you would expect some kind of, rather than using pillars, which we've seen people do before, they've just used this big bracketry. Did you have trouble again? I don't know what's causing Twitch. Well, I know they changed their format because when I logged in this morning, it was like, what is going on? I thought it was really weird looking, but now this part here, I think these are the edges of, I want to say it's, I have no idea what this is. I thought it was like a piece of like hover part piece, but here there's that with nothing on the side. So I have no idea what this is coming from, but I like the look of it. I mean, it looks, like a different kind of metal, and it's got these rivets and things, so that's a really nice texture. This building here is mostly, like, you can see the pillars, some of the walls, and pillars here for this, like, little awning bit, pillars again, and even bits of, like, I think it's the containers, these here, and you can see little bits of them right here. There's a little bit of Osun decoration, and it kind of reminds me of like an apartment complex right here. And I think, yeah, apparently we can get to Dorian Walker's apartment from this. We go into the main entrance of the building, climb up the stairs to the roof, jump off the roof to the balcony, and then I guess we have access. So we'll try and do that. Yeah, don't take screenshots of me. You don't want to do that. So this apparently is like to represent the elevator. I assume they're using something like the cellar entrance to create that black hole, but you could probably get away with using the graded floor panels as well. I've seen some use the eye sockets of skulls where it's blackened up. You could probably use anything, but it makes a good kind of representation of like a cave entrance or an unlit elevator entrance, that kind of thing. Of course, the doors are those metal shelves that everyone likes. And I continue to love how everybody uses this window as doors. I very rarely see anyone use the spaceship windows as actual windows. I think they would probably get tended to use that way more if maybe they were like uh, partially open or something. Maybe, I don't know, but we use them as doors way more than as windows for sure. So you can see in this like little apartment thing, there's indication that there's rooms or little houses, cubicles, whatever you want to call them, but you don't have access to them. It's kind of like a semi-faux building. Now, I could look out the window and you can see some of the rest of the city. You see how she's using a lot of the neon signs and such to kind of really liven it up. Just keep going up, set up to the roof. We've made it to the roof. So here you can see like the ventilation thingy for the building. The buildings always have these little weird air conditioning systems and stuff up top. I like how she's turned these little hover pads into like a little beach and a pool. Now she's using the snowy hills for the ground up here for the sand and some of that beach time decor. And then for this part here, I suspect it's, honestly don't know what this is. I want to say it looks like the folded shirt, but then it's kind of moving, so I suspect it's a few of those upside down frost spores, the little wiggly mushroom looking stuff. And they've just boxed it in with some of the soul frost bits. Got like a little engine running here, and then you can see it's one of those containers, the metal containers. Hey Flood, good morning. Yeah, they do, Bones. They definitely do make excellent doors. I just find it funny that, they label it as a window and they probably just said door, spaceship door, and it works good enough. But yeah, I think it's those spores because you can see it's kind of moving a little bit right here and just a little bit along the edge. You could use a glass if you want to make it hollow. I think they purposely didn't make it hollow so that they could get away with using the container for part of the build here. Um, but you could use glass, you could use, like I said, the folded shirt, although that's kind of a cruddy way of using it, I guess, since it's kind of a rarish item. You could use the Oran walls. Uh, Theirs is a little trickier because it's kind of got the little bumplies that kind of look like stones, but I've seen a lot of people use it for pools and stuff, and I've done that myself. Um, this looks a little weird, the little chair here. I'd be afraid to kind of be sitting on it because it's a bit of a steep fall, but I guess it's kind of like instead of a hover hammock, there's a hover couch using the Loftite crystals as method to keep it up in the air. And of course, here's the little drink thing. I think this was something they made a while back and they've added it here. I just remember them showing it. I don't know what all's being used. It looks like some of the lights from the space chase. I can't remember the name of it. And then that simple standing holographic piece that we have. A snowy hill, and then some assorted beers and stuff. Of course, this is the ever famous blue flare. If you see a lot of like steamy bits for like waterfalls and things, and I'm talking like the older version of waterfalls, a lot of us used this. It was just problematic with this bright white light, but the smoke was always fun. A lot of people use it for fridges, for showers, things like that. Exhaust for the trains or vehicles or spaceships. But I like this cute little hover drink thing. Okay, so now I said, what did it say? To drop down from the roof to the balcony. Well, what balcony are we talking about? Must be there. No? Yeah, I think it's here. See, he's already talking. So this was a cute way of making a hidden space, but kind of indicating that there's other rooms from other people. So the faux door is, I think it's the bottom of the locked exile chest. The window is curtained by that uh, ramshackle fencing here. And then you got this little bit of boardwalk here. The balconies themselves are just the metal planks. And then they've alternated them a little bit, so it's kind of like a little jumping puzzle deal. But this one you can actually go into. So here's Dorian here in his little apartment. Very simple. Got a nice sky view. And this is a ship hand locker being used as a faux door. you know, to give indication that there's more going on in this room than you see. I don't know what all of these are. It's like, I think it's some of those cosmetronic fences, like the posts. I can't be for positive. Part of this, I think, is windows, like layered glass. See, they've even thrown in some spooky windows. Just gives some different lighting. I like how they change it up for each level, so it, you know, adds a little bit of character to it. A lot of this is Draken walls, some of that mottled texture. Goes well with this color of the container, the metal container. Now you can see this track goes all the way around, so you know, I don't know, maybe they have a little vehicle around here somewhere. So here's another shot of the first building, and then I'm not sure what they're using for all of this. Like, almost looks like parts of the datascape window there. It's probably just a giant, maybe it's the pillar, the Osun pillar or something. I'm really not sure. Let's go back down on this area here first, though. Which way do we want to go? Check out the little lop area here. I like how the statue is kind of knocked over. Now, this is from the lop decor kit that you get from the shop. It comes with the little hut, um, the Kurg here, the haystack pile, and a lot of the little lopish string lights and stuff. I think it comes with some barrels and crates, little stacks as well. So it's a nice little kit. I've gotten it, but not really used it, I don't think. Again, I have no idea what is being used for this gigantic piece. Looks like a plug-in or an accordion type thing. I don't have any idea. Now this is the fab kit that they've boxed over with some bits and extended somewhat. So it's the customization fab kit, and then they've just elaborated a little bit. So like here's like a faux door, been boxed up. Now if you see these little bits here, I assume that's part of the Draken fencing to kind of be used as like rubble. Again, I have no idea what this is. I suspect it's the edge of some of the hover park stuff, but I honestly can't say what exactly is being used. Just kind of mindlessly going around here. I have no idea. So this looks to be like a little bar. I guess I went around it the wrong way because it's actually an extension of, I guess this is the party fab kit. Is it festival? No, I think it's different in it. One of those fab kit thingies. And they've extended it to include this little bar here. So it's part of that Osun grading. It's got the boardwalk pieces, one of the, I think it's called the corral fencing. I I like how the bar itself is really makeshift. There's like all sorts of crates and stuff holding the shelves up. And then you actually can go back inside and find the bathroom and, no, not this way, kitchen. Now here, that's not the OSIN fencing, that's the, uh, what's it called? The Marauder net shelving, I think. This little bit here, I don't know if it's supposed to be like some kind of water tower or just some underground exhaust or whatever. But that's just a combination of those um, red moon vents and the cylinder pieces. I think this is part of a fab kit. One of the Marauder ones, I assume, because I don't think we have animated bikes for decor yet. So that's all I can assume. I have no idea which one. I think it's one of those that you can turn off and on the NPCs. So if you choose to have uh, the NPCs actually populating, you can put that on, or you can leave it unpopulated. It's especially helpful for those that want to actually populate their place with actual players rather than a bunch of NPCs, because some of the NPCs can be rather talkative, and if you're trying to do a role play session and have all the extra chatter going on, it can be distracting and disruptive. So it looks like one of those Marauder kits that the NPCs have been turned off. It's a little thing you can toggle, which is handy. Yeah, see, this one's actually still populated. Again, it's one of the Marauder ones. I have no idea what it's called. I think this one comes with a number of achievements where you, I don't know, talk to certain ones and experiment with the drinks, I think, that the chef makes or something. It's a weird bit. Again, this is all part of the path. If we go this way, that leads to the entrance. Let's go this way, I guess. This leads to the mesa, the top of that stony bit that we were at earlier. Take a look at some of these faux buildings. Again, I know a lot of people, or at least some builders and visitors to housing, don't like the faux stuff, but especially when it comes to these city builds, or you really want to add some extra structures but can't spare the extra decor, faux buildings are a really great way of kind of throwing out some ideas there without overloading it with the issues of trying to not only do the building and the exterior and everything, but having to worry about the interior decorating as well. So this is mostly, you see hover part pieces, I see Draken walls, some of those metal containers, various windows, some of them the barred and unbarred, some with the shutters, a little bit of planks covering it up. Faux door is just the, looks like the handle of the magnetized container, I think, and then the flat metal table for the door itself. Again, if you have a lot of spare windows, especially like the spooky ones or this one, that's the circular window, the rectangular window, using some of the new Protostar ones. With it being a city, it's easy to mix and match them. however you need to, just to give some indication that there's actual interiors hinted behind there. Yeah, Bones, it becomes just, I don't know, it's frustrating for everyone. I think that it's so limiting. Uh, some of us, myself included, just take it as part of the challenge. You know, before we were like capped at what, 300, and then it went up to 1,000, I think, before it hit the final 2,500 for exterior only. Um, I think it's one of those things that you just learn to work around. You know, I know it's frustrating to those that have so many wonderful ideas for particular builds and just can't put in as much detail as they'd like. I guess this is like a storage room that I found. Um, but it becomes a priority type of deal. You know, if you're going to have a town, you know, then you have to decide, okay, what buildings are going to be faux, what ones are actually going to be functional that your visitors can actually visit. So it becomes, okay, what buildings are more important, or what buildings do you have the most ideas for? And then again, depending on how big the building is, how many rooms are in it, uh, the cost of the decor to supply the interior decorations can be pretty high. That's one of the reasons why I started sticking with like smaller bits. I could compact more into a smaller space and still kind of get away with, I don't know. I guess it just comes down to a personal decision as far as how far you want to take a particular bit. I know that's why a lot of people have been doing the um, what they call connected plots, where they'll have one section and then pretend that it's connected to another one, which, speaking of, I guess it's going to become a reality in some shape or form. You see this nice crane here. Forgot to show that. Um, they've got the communities finally coming in. Well, planning to be coming in later this year. They announced that what, earlier this month, I guess. It was like just like one little sentence about it, you know. It was like that's a whole. Some of us, you know, they saw the rating stuff and everything else that they were talking about, but they had that one little line about the communities. Um, I don't know how they're going to implement them exactly. I know most that have been looking forward to it are anxious to see how that's going to work. Apparently, they've already been testing it internally because they were saying that it was awesome and probably going to bring great things to housing and open up so many new avenues. But it isn't on PTR as far as I know yet. But as soon as it is, I'm definitely going to be checking it out to see what exactly it means and how it's going to work, um, and what kind of rules are applied. You know, I have no idea if the decor count is going to be a little different, or if we're going to get some extra if we share in that way. So it should be fun. But I know a lot of builders that have multiple plots where maybe they have this really big idea, but they can't put it all in one plot, and they just kind of section it off. Um, I think the Rock Tavern that we visited once, that was like one part of it, and then another plot was dedicated to the next section, and they just had these like entrances or whatever that kind of led off of one plot, and then they recreated it on the other one to kind of try and tie them together. That's one way to do it, I guess. But the crane, again, it's mostly pillars, the Chua pillars for all of this scaffolding stuff. It looks like a sparking wire for the little dangly rope with the anchor being used as the hooky thing. Um, this is the coiled cable. I think that's the name of it. A coiled wire, one of those. And you see some hanging cables as well. It's a really nice little design. It's kind of hard to see up close. That's why it's probably better to be looking at it from here. But great thing for like the construction down below. And that's also what they're using to cover the entrance. because even though there's a barrier, it does have a limit, so you can get pretty close up at the top. Okay, let's go back this way, I guess. You can see there's some, again, lots of pillars for a lot of this bracketry underneath the track. Um, you've got those, it's the long portable holograph thingies. I don't know the name of it. And then some frost as well, piping. Go up this way. Now, I don't know if they intended this to be like a hoverboard track or what. That's where the pool and stuff is over here, just to kind of give you an idea where we're going. See, there's the Art Terra decor. They've got it cleverly positioned so that the steam is coming out of the exhaust here, the red moon vent. A lot of tubing, fences, those metal crates, the containers, they're using those a lot for their city build because it's a nice metal. And let me check. Okay, let me go back down. Well, let me just continue here for a minute. We'll look for the hidden spots in a bit, besides Dorian's place. Again, for this raised sandy bits, that's those upside down snowy hills. They were heaven sent for those that were having trouble collecting those massive umbrella trees, which I think they went as high, at least on Jabbit, I saw them as high as like 7 to 10 plat at one time. You know, they started off being really cheap, and then as soon as people learned that a lot of us were using them for elevated ground on our housing and how rare they were, they just started just going crazy with them. Now, this here, I think, is actually a raid drop, I want to say. It's, or maybe it's from a kit that I haven't gotten or what. I'm not really positive. Maybe it's from a fab kit down below that I'm unaware of. But you can see, since we're up high, even though we're actually at the edge of the plot where you would normally see the honeycomb barrier pop up, the higher you go, the higher you build, it stops showing up. So then you get this nice sky view from the edge of your plot without having that honeycomb barrier pop. A lot of people have asked so that we could just make that completely invisible. But this is one way to get around it. I don't know if it's necessarily a bug. I think you're just so high above it. You can see it just below there. It's just below us. But this little section is high enough that you don't see it. Just kind of neat. Again, lots of big pieces for these faux buildings. Like I think this one is part of a bookcase, the back of one. This is like part of one of the turrets, I think. Then you got the defaced water tower there. This door here, I think, is the car-themed coffee table. You see how we just went through that? I didn't realize that had no collision on it. I guess this is another secret room, maybe? Let's see. Okay, so this is supposed to be a murder scene. That's heartwarming. Okay, so here's the poor guy that's been murdered. I guess they're investigating to see what happened. It's just one of the mannequins, I guess, and the blood is, it looks like the top of a stool, and you see the murder weapon there, and you can tell that like the place has been kind of ransacked because of the struggle, I guess. A little disturbing. This here, that's the gaming light that they've set in here. That's what makes it so bright on this side. Poor fella. But yeah, it's interesting that doesn't have any collision for that piece. I thought it did. That's disgusting, Bones. That's pretty gross. But yeah, so we found another hidden area on our own, the murder scene. Let's see. Again, a lot of this is I think this is I think it's that pillar gosh, I can't remember the name of it. It's a rare drop, I think. Can't even think about it. I think what name it was, but it's like got lots of either a falcon or a pillar or something, and it's got all that scrappy stuff on there, and that makes it look all messed up. Okay, I'm gonna kind of try and go back to another starting point here. Let's go down this way. Okay, so this is back at the fab kit, the customization fab kit, the party fab kit. Let me see. Is there supposed to be let's see. Through here is supposed to be the jail. I don't see. Oh, okay. Up here. Okay, so this is the interior of the jail. And you can see apparently somebody escaped out the little hole back here. So this is another hidden area, sort of. Find it behind the Marauder group. Okay, what else? See, there was this way. I'm trying to hit some of these hidden spots before I get too far in, before I get lost as to where we are. Now this is back at the party fab kit. There is a hidden bit behind here. This is they call it the plushy shrine. Excuse me. They're not treating all of their plushies kindly. They're kind of stuck on stems and stuff. This bit here with all the metal and the piping kind of bits, I think that's Elden. It's got like some stones. I've used in my aquarium scenes before, like in the underground Valentine restaurant, where it was like a room with the aquarium section all the way around. I used a lot of these because I liked the stones. I wasn't really using it for the metal pieces, so that was kind of lame, but that's what those are. I don't know the name of it specifically, but it's some kind of Elden ruins or something, or rubble. I'm not sure. Kind of creepy though, with them being spiked on all those bits. Hell Shrine, that might be it. Uh, I can't remember exactly. This part here, that's part of an Osun. Again, there's so many of those new Sulfrost bits. I have no idea what the name of it is specifically, but it's great because it's got that large piping. I used it in Melon's plot, the one that I kind of started and never finished. It was the like uh, steampunkish place where I had like that tool shelf and everything. That's part of that. Okay, so that's another hidden area. Let me look on the list again. We went that one. Oh, okay. I gotta go back up. I missed it. Let's see, where are we? I gotta go back to that weapons room. Oh, wait. I should have had some breakfast. My stomach is growling. Okay, so I went down in this little tunnel thing here, and then we go back up, and then you're into the weapons room, but apparently there is, yeah, there's a little hole here that I didn't notice. Oops. This is part of a ship, one of those oversized spaceships. They're using it as a little room. I love the idea behind that because it gives you like an extra little space, and it kind of looks a little different, but it's one of the spaceships. I don't know which one, I can't think of it offhand, but it's the ones you get from completing the expeditions. You get like a random ship, and that's what they use there. This gets you all the way to the tippy top. Just keep going. Again, it's one of those plots that you could probably visit multiple times and find new things to look at. So I like the little desk here. It's just upside down metal tables. Then they're using uh, layered glass to give a kind of a little design on it. It won't be ideal if you've got some kind of bits you want to hide. You know, like if someone's trying to like put together um, some kind of special books or a little clock on their deal and needing to hide some of it. Obviously, the glass isn't going to be the best. I've seen some want to make glass tables and then have some special food on a plate, and but then you know there's the problem that they can't hide what's needing to be hidden to make that food kind of a reality. But nice when you can keep it simple. Same here. We've got this nice desk or table, I guess. It's an upside down pair of conference tables being used as the legs or base, and then layered glass in a special design. Make it all fancy. A great view of the city outside. Looks like some damage control is going on over there. That's the entrance in the apartment building we went in. There's their pool over there. I guess I can continue going up. Not. Yeah. I'm blind as a bat. We're at the very tippy top here. Look at that. That's one of those far side antennas, I think. This, I think, is the new Marauder sign that you can get. I don't know if it comes in the Marauder kit itself, but oh, hush, flood. You say that, and I'm going to end up falling off of this high rise here. But again, you can see there's uses of. I think that's the Protostar platform. They're not even using it as a platform. They're using it as kind of like an emblem or design on a building. You can see there's regular metal platforms. There's some of that Uzi stuff. I think it's called the hatcheries or something. There's some of those metal dividers being used for lighting, I think. A lot of the neon signs, they found clever uses for those, the advertisement boards. This is one of those places you want to find, and it's great for taking screenshots. Of course, be careful when you get to the very edge, but it's a great view of the city there with all of the road and everything. Gonna have to back off there. It kind of makes me a little dizzy, a little sick. I'm not good with heights, so it's not to be surprising, but phew. Sometimes it bothers me really bad, and sometimes it doesn't. That was a little bad. But you can see they've really thought about how to connect you through here to get all, leaving a hole for all of that. Here's a great view of the landscape down below. Pressure dividers for here. Okay, so that was that one. Let me see if there's any more that we missed. We still have Trixie's apartment. Okay. Saw that one. The jail, the murder scene. And I think we still have the crafting kiosk to get to, but I'm not sure where that is. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, I really admire those that can plan these like little mazy type builds, because I for sure couldn't. I don't have that much forethought. A lot of mine is just kind of on a whim. I don't really plan my plots to that extent that it would allow me to nicely put something like this together. I would make such a mess of it. It looks like some kind of a track thing here. Like a whole shambles of stuff. Boardwalking and metal planks, and I don't know what this is. Some kind of weird bracketry. Okay, this one looks like it's on the ground, but where is that? Whoops, I totally went the wrong way. I see a wooden crate sunk into the ground. Let me see if I can find that. This is the, what is it called? The casino, not the casino. Is it the casino thing? Another fab kit. I've never actually seen anybody decorate the interior differently than it already comes because it's like pre-furnished. So all of this comes with the fab kit that you see here, and then you pour it into the interior, and it's almost like a ship hand thing. Okay, it looks like they've added maybe some decoration. This doesn't look the same, so they've changed this up a little bit, I think. Honestly, couldn't tell you because I don't visit the interiors too much for this one. Because usually the ones that have it don't have anything else built, so I don't really check it out too often. Not there. Where? If this is part of their sewage system or something. So you got this like poopy fluid, and there's sewage pipes. Of course, those come from the, what is it, the Palaver Point Daily that you can get. Um, it's really simple. You kill a couple of dudes and uh, you get your item. It's random. The piping and stuff you get is different, but these drop pretty frequently. So um, if you're looking for something along those lines, that's a good thing. I don't know what they're using for this part. It looks like the back side of the air conditioner, that yellow bit, but again, I honestly couldn't say because it even looks a little clear. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's glass that's been colored. I honestly don't know. It could be the Dominion shelf that it's usually blue, and people use it as like some kind of plexiglass holder for some of their precious items. They might have just color shifted it to a gross brown yellow and made it look like the sewage water. A lot of this here is that honey production thing is all one piece. And of course the water tower. Again, here it's hover part pieces to make it look like it's a little tunnel. Um, I'm not sure what they're using for the blackout part. It could be, it looks like it's one of the panels, like the graded floor panel, but it could be they've just boxed in the cellar entrance. Also a possibility. Again, those metal containers, a lot of Chua materials, pillars, and the walls stuff. These are the pressure dividers. Um, I'm looking for, that's just one of the toxic containers, and then they got the fire pit on it to make it look like a hobo thing. Like how they added the Winterfest gift bag on top of the trash pile. Again, some of the smokes that you see, some I think are the toxic barrels, because there's two types. There's the orange and the green, but this other smoke that's from the smoke pack from the cash shop. There's a lot of variety there as far as what types of like smoggy hazes that you get. Okay, I think this is it. Where is that? Trying to look at the picture here. Yeah, there's right here. Oops, wrong way. This is another one of the hidden areas. It's supposed to get you to the crafting kiosk. There's like, yeah, here he is. This is the crafting kiosk. It's a fab kit that they've built around. So you got the like the Dominion scanner to make it look like, I guess, the things that he's repairing comes into his little workshop here, and then he fixes them. And then they have this elaborate little way of, getting to it, in and out of it. Now this here, I think that's one of the what is it? The hazard cones, and then a ship hand locker for the door. Guess I gotta open the door first. That's one of the new doors, the Red Moon hatch. Something I think folks wanted the Granok version to be, and it turned out to be a faux version of it. You can see it's got like a little animation with the door latch. There's a pretty elaborate, so there's actually two ways to get to the kiosk from there. I think this is part of the, I want to say it's the taco stand. And of course, they got lots of hanging wires and the sparking cables, sparking wire. Um, a lot of the fencing. This is one of those, I think it's called the Dagoon flag now. Um, it's one of those that has the no collision, so it's great for like a little hidden door. So here we have another way of getting to the murder scene. I didn't even notice it the first time we come through here. See how you can find things that you didn't realize? But that's another way to the murder scene thing. Down here. There's like a faux club. Just some layered glass and the faux doors and stuff. Wow, I think I stared at one of the lights of something and I just see like orange dots. Ugh, I'm not gonna make it. Kind of not sure where I'm going, but looks like a rubble pile. This looks like part of the, I call it the hot dog thing, but I think it's like a chimney piece. Trying to see how to get into this damaged area. A lot of it seems to be the Falcon fire pit bits. Using one of those. I'm sure there's an easier way of getting in here, but the way I guess I've decided to hop in. A lot of wood pieces. I don't know if this is this the top of that thing you get from Shades Eve, the burning tower thing? What it kind of looks like. They're using that blue flare as the fire extinguisher part. You see Drake and fencing as some of the rubble. This poor guy, he's just standing there, not even paying attention to all of the flames and stuff. Okay, that's the other entrance to the murder scene. I'm trying to see how I get up there now. Where? That's a dead end. Maybe if I just hop up from here. I'm not sure what these are. I think it looks like the bottom of one of the technophage tubes, and then they've just stuck another thing on top of it, but I have no idea. I know this is some of that honey bit. That's that gloopy stuff from the hatchery. So this is really playing with my mind with the heights stuff. Again, the antenna. So this is another shot of part of the city. You can see the fiery bits here. This marks the entrance, so it's just behind this building over here. There's the pool and stuff. That's where we went to, where the glass tables are. Okay, let's see. So we did the crafting kiosk. We still haven't done Trixie's apartment. Okay, so it's supposedly near the Chua building, which we still haven't gone inside. Making sure. All sorts of engines and little bits, using the fans a lot for the exhausts on the buildings. It's all little touches that, you know, a lot of people wouldn't think about adding in, but, you know. Here's a train piece, it looks like. Being used as a hobo house. Okay, so this is the spacious bit. Okay, so there's the door. Okay, in this picture, they're showing like, maybe I'm supposed to go inside. Oh, let's just go in. Yeah. Okay, so this is inside the Chua house. You've got like, I guess it's an apartment place because he's got his luggage here. It's just a crate with a little sign on it. And then you got the check-in desk, which is made out of the, oh, what do you call it? The tablet computers. He's even got a little bell to ding. Looks like a couple of bottle tops sandwiched together to make it look like a little ding thing. And she's got her luggage there. Excuse me. And this is one of the squid platforms. Again, they've just covered up most of it so you don't actually see the squid part. And apparently these are the different little rooms that you can rent. Again, using those windows as like faux doors to lead off to other places. It's the spacious Chua house, though. A lot of, elevation that you can go into. It makes it look bigger than it is, especially using those faux doors. The hint that there's more to it. Now, according to this little picture, got the spacious Chua, jump right here to get to the character's apartment. So there's this little space which looks like storage. Got like a little bunkhouse. Oh my gosh, it's like totally trashed. There's so much going on in here. Cots are loaded with, I mean, look, he spilt something there. I don't know if we want to know what that is. Like totally just trashed out. Lots of debris. Community bathroom, I guess. Looks like pressure dividers and then just the row of bits and then the granite floor with a little bit of glass on top for that mirror. There's the showers. Looks like the propane tank and then the garden hose for that. I like the little curtains. You could the drape down for some privacy. The little symbols, male and female, I guess, and alien. I don't know. But just look at the mess. There's just so much going on in here. Again, having a cluttery build room thing, kind of, I guess they're having an argument over their game. It's a great way to kind of sneak in things that you normally wouldn't put out, but still be able to use them in some way. The bar, and it looks like they're getting their meals from a little conveyor belt system kind of thing going on. Again, it looks like the flat metal tables being used as the conveyor itself, and then pillars being used as the tracks. Part of this is the metal container, but then they've added some frost bits for that design in the front. Same way here. It's the bar, the filled bar with all the bottles, and then they've cased over it with a lot of Osun bits to dress it up using those, oh, what do you call it? The Marauder netting shelf with the Exile fence post. Got the little lamp there, and then a pillow to close off the hole. Really kind of a nice idea. Same way with the stools. These are, I think, some of those drills, and then it's a frost well, and then they put the green pillow as the cushion. I mean, even snuck in some Shades Eve lights there. But I really like the stools, so this is kind of nice. And the tables. Here's the kitchen. That's the one that's serving the little Piggly Wigglies on the platter. I can't even begin to say what all this is. I think it's some of those new, well, you start with the kitchen sink here, and they've added on to it with it looks like more of those metal containers. And then I think it's the magnetized container handles for the drawers. I like how they're using the little hover platforms as like shelving, hover shelving. The lights here, that's part of those, the red awning, top awning. Again, the little cutting board here, that's the cheese platter, and they just flipped it over so you don't see the cheese. Trying to see what else I can kind of identify that. Like this here, this is some Osun parts. I think this is supposed to be the fridge. Metal planks maybe. Part of the spaceship door. And the containers, of course. All kinds of hanging wires and cables, and this is kind of unusual. You don't see this too often. That's the sanguine fire extinguisher, something or other. I don't think many people have that. It's kind of a super rare drop for those wondering. Trying to make sure we don't miss any little details, but hard to see everything. I mean, even some of the clutter, it's not just the discarded papers. There's like some water here, the frozen water. There's some fireworks wrappings. Looks like a mouse, the little the mouse thing, a hay mouse, I guess, nibbling on the taco. Okay, we came in there. Yeah, here's the refrigerated part. Again, it's that frozen lake, some icicles. You've got the glowy bit. It's either coming from a hovering medical cot, or it could be one of those holographic bits too. Behaves the same. Yeah, they deliver. You can see from here. Get my character over there. I think that's where the food is going down. From there, and then it goes down the track to the bar. They order their food. Okay. Right inside there. Okay, so from here, we're supposed to be able to get to the character's apartment from here. So this is Trixie's particular place. So you can see it's like, I don't know what all this stuff is. It looks like reinforced walls, and then there's like parts of, I don't even know. There's probably I mean, like that's a ship hand piece from the space chase. It's like a vent thing, and looks like some turrets and engine parts and things like that. This here, the same thing that was being used for the tables, the Marauder net shelving, that's what's being used as this little doorway kind of deal. Then you've got this cute little inset bit. It's just the nautical couch. They put it inside here using a lot of, looks like the Osun parts, Soul Frost something or other. It's like the pillars and stuff, but got this little upstairs area. They've got a drafting board here, or an artist board kind of thing going on. Again, a lot of little knickknacks and just scraps of stuff, books and sandwiches, and I mean they had to lay in each individual book here into the box. But my eyes really bugging me. This here, if you're wondering about this stony looking kind of paper, that's the back of the uh, protostar warning poster, I think is what it is. Here, looks like they're using like layered glass. I don't know if this is supposed to be some kind of a coffee machine or a radio. I have no idea. This here looks more like some kind of a, again, I have no idea. It's just some weird stuff. That's the arcade you can get. Notice all the, just so much detail on what's being filled with the bookshelf and everything. That's that utility crate everybody likes to use a lot of for the buildings and stuff. Oh, come on. Again, kind of a makeshift table. They're just using a lot of different things to hold up this travel poster table. Again, another squid port platform, not port. Not letting me go up the stairs. There we go. A little bit of a squeeze. Let me get to the bedroom. So faux door, this little blinky light, that's the detonator light. This is one of the newer pieces. It's a skirt. I think it's called Vigilant skirt or Vigilant skirt or something. There's also a mask, and then there's a whole like bodysuit thing. They're actually just using the skirt. Kind of looks like more like a cloak rather than, you know, like a tabard skirt kind of thing. And for the display case, it looks like they're using one of the upside down, I think it's standing pipe or end cap pipe, one of those. And then the spade, it looks like the long handled shovel almost. Depending on how you turn it, it might look like a pitchfork as the stand itself. This is another one of those pipes. That end piece here and this here and like the sewer pipes, that all comes from the Palavar Point Daily. Just random what you get. The bed is, I think it's just the traditional bed, and then they've boxed it in so you don't see the bed frame that usually comes with it. I think it's the one that has like the acorns or something. It looks like a neon sign down below to kind of light it up a little different. And again, a lot of the Osun bits, there's like the vent from the Space Chase event, there's two of pillars, there's like the little vent thing. You see some Winterfest string lights there. For the desk, it looks like several of the magnetized containers to make it look like drawers on either side. And then it's the tablet computer for the tabletop. Looks like the color shifted one of the soda cans. Either that or it's just some of the lighting looks a little weird. And then here, I guess it's their little treasure room. Hey, Siskwy. Haven't seen you in a while. This is one of those weapons crates. They're using it as a storage room for their. Hey, there's the mask. There's the vigilant mask, the folded shirt. Using it as a wardrobe or closet. A lot of people like to use the crates as refrigerators. I've seen them use. I think there was even one that had it like really oversized and you used it as a weird building. All right, Bones. So I think that's pretty close to everything. You know, I would love to be able to say, you know, if you get a chance to visit it yourself, do so. But like I said, the plan is to clear this off and they're going to be rebuilding it. I don't know what their plans are specifically as far as what they're going to turn it into. This isn't their only little cityscape. They're also responsible for, I think it's called the Gadget Sand, their version on a different plot. And I think they have a snowy city as well. We visited that once before. It's on the one that's like Trixie with two X's. Dang, I can't find the door. Where's the door? Okay. Um, so yeah, it's one of those deals that I'd love to be able to say, you know, take your time and come and visit and you know, see all of the detail up close. But I honestly don't know when this is going to be going bye-bye. I imagine probably within the next few days, because I think that Trixie was, or Faye was actually planning to get rid of it sooner, but they waited so that I would have time to come and take a look at it before they decided to create everything. So thank you to Faye for giving me the heads up on that before they did it. I am so lost. Where are we? We're at the front. Okay. So yeah, I hope we hit everything. If not, my sincerest apologies, but it's one of those things, you know, if you're really interested in kind of checking out other ideas, looking for inspiration, uh, use that random visitor tool to your advantage. I know you can go to a lot of plots that have like absolutely nothing, but coming across a gem like this, you know, it's worth the extra time put in to kind of hunt it down. Um, there are a few places that you can find some listings of some of the places, like I think it's there's a spreadsheet one, and it'll be listed in uh, the resources section on my Twitch channel page. Uh, they have like a list of a lot of EU and NA plots, and they kind of have like a short description of what the theme is. Now, granted, some of these have been up there for like a long time, so it's a good chance that some of them don't exist anymore or they've changed the themes and stuff. But if you're looking for something specific, you might search there. And there's a couple of other sites that I've got listed on there that have attempted to kind of categorize some of the builds so that you can hunt them down a little easier. I used to keep a pretty extensive list myself, but it's one of those things that's really hard to maintain because we have so many builders that are regularly changing out their themes, um, or revising it, or creating everything and starting from scratch. So it became really problematic to keep that as up to date as I wanted. But yeah, Siskwi, she's looking to create this all and rebuild. Like I said, I have no idea what her plans are as far as what she's going to make from here on, but she does really like the city style plots, so she just may be rebuilding it into something uh, new and spectacular. I really have no idea, but I'm sure whatever she comes up with will be amazing as usual. Okay, so yeah, hopefully I feel like I'm probably missing some stuff, which is unfortunate. Um, but hopefully you guys got a good in-depth peek at what had been going on over here. This is something she spent a long time putting together, a lot of thought into it. Again, trying to make all those connections work between areas. I can't imagine being anything easy. Well, I used to create mine pretty regularly, and then I got to the point where I had done it so I mean, I think I changed it out like every month, and it's like became kind of dizzying to do that. So I've left mine. I think mine are stalemated now. And I kind of at the beginning I wasn't much of an alcoholic, uh, but then when they made it easier to kind of step into housing really early, like at level 3, if you had that little extra jump starter thing, that kind of just ruined it for me because then I was like, well, if I want to start a new project, I'll just pick another alt and build on that one. And so now it's kind of spread out and I've got a lot of unfinished projects because I keep getting distracted with other things. But um, but yeah, sometimes some of us just look forward to that, creating it all. Uh, I would imagine she'll probably save it on KBT, but I know there have been some that have like updated their add-ons and stuff and have that information wiped, and so it's a bit of a risk. But if you're itching to do something new and you've run out of space on other alts and stuff, but are you know intent on creating something new, trying something different, then that's really the only alternative is to, wipe it clean and start again. A lot of us like that empty canvas kind of thing. Yeah, it wasn't that hard, I guess. I think it was level 14 that you needed in the beginning, but I know that, and plus a lot of the decor that we would use, you'd have to unlock it, and that meant grinding a little bit for reputation gains and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess that not every one of us wants. I really don't like trying to level alts. I experience it, and then I just don't want to do it again. And so I guess I'm lazy in that way. But yeah. Okay, so it's already been an hour and a half, and I am pretty sure I'm going to spend a lot more time on the other place that I wanted to visit. So I think we're just going to wrap it up here, guys. I know it's only one house, but I wanted to for sure get as much of this one in as possible because, again, she's planning to, excuse me, create it all and start anew. So we'll have something. Wow, I'm losing my voice here. We'll have something to look forward to later when she's got it complete. Oh my gosh. It's probably a good thing that we're stopping here because I think I'm about to lose my voice. Anyway, so the house that I was planning to visit after this one, we'll carry that over to the next time we're on Jabbit. Of course, next week we'll be hopping over to NA side. Excuse me. And let's see. Yeah, NA side, and then after that will be, I think we will be hitting around our 100th house tour episode, not next week, but the week after, around the 10th. I'm gonna have to double check again to make sure I've got that right. I've got like a whole little listing of all the places we've been to and um, where we stand on as far as count-wise goes. I still haven't heard anything back from Carbine. I messaged them quite a while back to ask if they'd send some things. So I'm gonna say we probably won't be having anything of that sort to do like we did last time. But if nothing else, maybe I'll give away some set codes or something for some of the paintings I've done in the past that you guys might be interested in. Other than that, I don't really expect to do anything super special for that particular episode. It's going to be mostly me just kind of reminiscing about some of my favorite plots over the last couple of years. Um, I'm not really going to be advertising it, so it's just you guys, you that happen to be looking. If you're interested in joining for that, be welcome to. But like I said, don't expect anything super special other than just us kind of goofing around. I'm going to try and stay a little extra on that day to kind of extend it out a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Uh, but yeah, so we're going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed this little city plot. It has a really lot of nice ideas as far as combining items for those faux buildings. I love that kind of creativity. There's a lot of items I wouldn't even dream about using as buildings and parts of buildings, and those that kind of can put those kind of plots together, I can admire. It's kind of like with the landscaping, people being able to do that so naturally looking, and mine just kind of looks stiff and awkward. But like this crane, that's an amazing thing. I can imagine a lot of people using that on spaceports and stuff. The idea for the platforms is tracks. I think a lot of people could have fun with that. Even the tunnel, and some of the like the chairs that they made and the tables, something as just small as that can be used. So don't hesitate to visit, other people's plots if you're looking for some inspiration, some ideas. Even if you don't want that particular theme, there might be some little detail that you can take away and think, I can use that in some form or fashion on my own plot, make it a little better, add a little bit extra to it, make it your own. So yeah, thanks guys for joining. I hope you had fun. Be sure and join us next week if you can for some more tours. We do these every Wednesday. And in the meantime, have a great week. Remember, there is maintenance today, so it's supposed to last about 4.5 hours. So get your playtime in now before this afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you, morning maybe. Um, and enjoy your playtime when you can. Uh, keep an eye out for that community system. As soon as we hear any kind of word of it coming to PTR, we will be trying to take a peek at it. I don't know exactly what it entails, so I'm not sure how much we can actually show, but I will do my best to get you guys information about that as soon as I hear anything. Again, in the meantime, just have fun. Good luck with your projects, whatever they may be. Again, check out that Builders Wanted section if you're interested in sharing some of your work with others that are looking for some commissions and the museum pieces that Blades is asking for. So be sure and offer up some stuff for that. So yeah, thanks again, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.